What up, bros? In this video, you'll find out why I think the Meepo Atom Mini 3S is hands down the best electric shortboard on the market right now. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or a highly experienced rider, this is the board you want to get right here. Oh, and if you watch until the end, you'll see me shredding this deck at a local skate park, putting myself in danger. Now let's start off with the basics. The look of it is great. It's 30 inches long, it has 90mm wheels. At 18.5 pounds, it's pretty portable and pretty easy to carry around. The battery on this board is really good. At 216 watt hours, Meepo advertises a 17-mile range, which is really good, but remember, that's under ideal conditions. Yours will probably be less than that. Also, keep in mind that Meepo uses higher quality battery cells in their batteries. You get what you pay for, bro. If you want quality, you have to pay for it. I also noticed that this battery is 42 volts. Now, all of the previous Meepo decks I've tested were 36 volts, I think. And I could tell the difference right away. The acceleration is unreal, bro. It also makes hill climbing so much easier. This deck also features massive dual 540 watt hub motors. Now, when you combine these huge motors with the 42 volt battery, you have the fastest shortboard I've ever tested. In fact, Meepo advertises a 29 mile per hour top speed. Make sure you wear your helmet if you're going this fast, bro. You can't replace your brain cells. The wheels are good, but not amazing. I tested the deck with the stock wheels and then later with the optional upgraded Meepo donut wheels. I have a separate review video on those if you're interested. I highly recommend them. One thing that I like about this model is the plastic tail kick protector. Now it's a small detail piece, I know, but this will really prolong the life of the deck. I also like the USB port on the bottom of the board. It came in handy when I was filming this video and had to charge my phone. It also has a button on the bottom of the board which shows the battery percentage, which is pretty handy. One of the things I'm not crazy about are the shredder trucks. They're situated at a 45-degree angle, which is a bit less than normal trucks. I'll tell you why I'm not a big fan of this later in the video. I love the remote. It has all the features and information you could ever want. It has adjustable speed level, adjustable brake level. It also has an odometer, a trip meter, battery level indicator for the board and the remote, and hey, it even has cruise control. Also, this remote was upgraded to a 2.4 GHz channel, which is a huge deal for me. On one of their older models, I had issues with interference and the board would actually disconnect sometimes, which is not good. So now let's go ride. Now, in case you couldn't tell, I always ride on speed level 4. The first test I'm going to do is with the stock wheels. Now, the ride, I gotta tell you, is pretty smooth, but you have to be on nice, smooth pavement. The wheels have good grip. They seem to be more durable than previous stock wheels that I've tested, which is great. After putting about 30-40 miles on them, I didn't notice any major signs of wear. I think for most riders, the stock wheels will be perfectly fine. My only criticism I have is if you're riding on rougher concrete or bricks on a regular basis, you might want to think about upgrading. My favorite part about riding this deck is the acceleration. I could be cruising at 15 or 16 miles per hour on this setup, and it still has power to accelerate. To be honest, this took some getting used to. Now, the shredder trucks are really the biggest criticism I have about this board. While the lower truck angle does give more ability to carve and turn, it does so at the expense of stability. When I was testing the highest speed I could achieve with the stock wheels, I didn't feel comfortable going over 24 miles per hour. The board was definitely capable of going faster. I just didn't want to. It didn't matter how much I tightened the trucks with the harder durometer bushings either. The ride started to feel unsafe at about 22 miles per hour or higher. And again, this is on perfectly smooth and flat concrete with a straightaway. Next, I decided to try the donut wheels. They were really easy to install. Just take your time and don't strip the bolts. I really love the fact that you don't need to add risers to the trucks. This makes installation so much quicker. Oh, and don't forget to upgrade the wheel size and your settings on the remote. It's really simple. Just hold the power button on the board for a couple of seconds. Hold these two buttons on the remote and then change this number and change it to the number that I'm showing you. And after you do this, your odometer and speedometer will now be pretty accurate. The ride with the donut wheels is significantly smoother. I noticed a big difference when I was on rougher concrete. Now, if you plan on commuting with this board, I would recommend shelling out the extra money for the donut wheels. I promise you won't regret it. While I didn't notice any major difference in carving and handling, I did notice an increase in speed. I was able to reach a max speed of 25 miles per hour before I started to feel pretty unsafe. Now, again, the shredder trucks added the instability at higher speeds for me. So there you have it. This is the best electric shortboard on the market right now, and it's really not even close. It's not only the fastest, but it has the highest quality battery, and it has the biggest battery. I would give this board a 9 out of 10 rating. And now, it would be a 10 out of 10 if it didn't have the shredder trucks. But it's very possible others might like the shredder trucks better. It's kind of a personal preference. So now, the moment that some of you have been waiting for. Footage of me riding this board at a local skate park. This is why I love shortboards. I can use the kicktail and do turns on ramps. I can make sharp turns around the park. I can even get kind of crazy and start doing jumps. This really takes me back to my youth when I used to ride parks every day. For an old guy like me, it's just a blast. As far as I know, these skateboards are not designed for skate parks, so ride at your own risk if you copy me, bro. So there you have it. If you're on the fence, get off it already. Go buy this board and have a blast. You will not regret it. Now again, if you haven't, please like and subscribe to my channel. It helps a lot. Until next time, later, bro.